SypherPK is back talking about Fortnite dying yet again, but maybe it's not dying. Fortnite is actually cooking this time around. It's that cycle that we typically have in Fortnite seasons. Today, we're going to hear what he has to say about the topic. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's hear what Sypher has to say. I am excited because I'm one of the most optimistic guys about Fortnite that there is out there.
There have been a ton of videos about Fortnite dying from a lot of different Fortnite content creators.
Yeah, there's a ton of people talking about, dude, I almost don't even want to do the reaction to Loser Fruit. Everyone's telling me that Loser Fruit actually created a good video about it, but we've been talking about it so much.
Myself included. I know it might seem like the end, but today I wanted to share what we have to look forward to for the rest of Chapter 6 and pretty much the rest of the year going in.
I am looking a lot more forward to things in Chapter 7. Like, I'm looking forward to Fortnitemares, depending on when you're watching this video. I'm very excited for Fortnitemares. I'm not excited for the Simpsons season, unfortunately. Oh, but I guess for the rest of the year, Chapter 7 is coming out, so what am I saying?
To Chapter 7. First, we have to talk about the Delulu LTM. Both weekends have passed, and honestly, I have seen so many great and viral clips from this mode.
And I don't know if anybody has seen this, and I don't know if Sypher's going to get into this, but Epic Games did say that is going to be, or not Epic said this, the leaker said it, that Delulu is going to be playable every weekend up until the end of the year, which is incredibly exciting.
Having a ton of fun on it, and while this mode was available, the player count was pretty healthy on this mode. Probably one of the most successful LTMs we've had in the past few years, which is saying something. Epic was on point with the moderation, banning people who were being very toxic.
And that's what I said, guys. Look, I hate to sit down and see here and say, hey, I was right. I was right about proximity chat always being something that would be incredibly healthy for Fortnite, and all they have to do is not vault the mode. Just be up on their moderation. Apparently, they've been banning thousands, like the tweet with Hypex over here. They've been banning thousands of players. That's all that it takes. Just have your moderation. Don't let a few bad apples ruin the mode for the rest of the normal society.
Using very, very bad words. And on top of that, Epic made some changes based on feedback so that the entire squad could win and get the umbrella. The question is, are they going to make this mode a permanent mode based off of the player feedback? Or could we expect this mode to just come on the weekend so we have something to look forward to when it's Friday?
To be honest with you, I kind of like that it's weekends only because it is something to look forward to. And that's something that a lot of people have been missing from Fortnite, right? I also, and don't get all up in arms because I completely understand your feelings towards this, I would like one day, maybe bi-weekly, let's say, where creators could come on, because the content that ended up coming out from that was insane. It's something that more of Fortnite needs. It's a reason why a bunch of people were jumping in streams. And then I've heard people talking about how they wanted it to be a content creator mode only. I think that's ridiculous. Like, you know, I hate to start using the word because it's very popular within the community, you know, gatekeeping from the public. You have to have that mode. You have to have the mode available for everyone to play. I would just like one day every now and then that creators could jump on and load in.
Speaking of LTMs, Epic is also working on a new mode called Play as a Villain, and we don't have a lot of information about this mode yet, but it looks like you're gonna be able to get some special boss abilities in this mode. So maybe being able to transform into a big final boss, and the entire lobby either has to work together to take you out or betray each other while you take them out themselves.
I don't know how I feel about that one, to be honest with you. I heard a little bit about that. If it's something like you could become Godzilla, or something like you could become the Megazord, or Thanos as he was showing, I think that'd be pretty cool. But I kind of like that they're just intertwined into the Battle Royale. I don't know if we necessarily need a whole nother mode on that.
It's also recently shown that bosses like the Ice King could be making a comeback in this mode. So maybe you'll be able to play as the Ice King or some of the iconic bosses and villains from Fortnite's history.
Maybe they would just give you a busted gun? I don't really know. Play as a villain. I don't know. It's an interesting one. Doesn't really like pique my interest in particular, but I'm excited to see what Fortnite ends up cooking.
It does seem like a really cool idea, and I know people have been having fun with like the Megazord and Godzilla transformations, so this would be a mode dedicated to being able to transform into different villains. And
yeah, but why not just have this in the regular Battle Royale, because people have been having fun with it as is.
Bosses throughout Fortnite. There's also been some leaks about the imposter mode, which is Fortnite's take on Among Us potentially returning. I know that kind of randomly got removed a couple of years ago.
I still do kind of think, though, that they did remove it because they made the mistake that they're not doing with Delulu, and this could be a reason why we're talking about it coming back now, because all it takes is a little bit of moderation. You don't have to remove it just because people are crying out, oh my god, it's toxic. I ran into 1,000 people, but there was this one guy, and I didn't leave the game. You know, and those people make it bad for everybody, so take the reports seriously, ban the people, and you have a healthy system. And everybody else can enjoy the proximity chat. Why was the answer to like vault the entire mode? And I know they didn't say anything, but it's like, it's kind of suggested.
But yeah, there was a Q&A recently about imposters, so maybe it'll make a comeback.
Oh, and that should be a core metaverse mode. It 100% should be.
Besides LTMs, there are also entire games that are getting ready to be ported into Fortnite, like Rocket League and Fall Guys.
I also think that's a phenomenal thing. But I'm saying that as a Fortnite player. I know a few people in my real life, and I'm not involved with the community at all, that are very invested in Rocket League, and they hate what Epic Games has done to Rocket League, and they hate the fact that they might end up having to play Rocket League inside of Fortnite. As long as the game functions the exact same, I like that Fortnite's kind of becoming this hub where you can play games like Rocket League and play Fall Guys through that.
And I know they're not as popular as they were in their peak, but being able to hop into Rocket League or Fall Guys directly from Fortnite might bring some new players onto those games.
Completely. It'll be very easy. And like I said, over the years, one of the reasons why I've been so invested into Fortnite is because it is so easy. It's easy. If we want to play a different experience, it's easy that anybody with any device could just come on and play. That's what I love about Fortnite.
I'm not sure how the players of those games feel about being integrated into Fortnite. I've seen some people kind of complain about that because it kind of loses some of its identity. But if Fortnite does a decent job of the integration, it actually could funnel a lot of players into these games. And
look, again, as long as it is the exact game being ported over, then it's fine. Deal with it.
Give them some life. Now let's talk about the metaverse modes that Epic initially came out with in Chapter 5. Of course, we have Fortnite Festival and Rocket Racing. Both of those modes are not doing that great, to be honest, and I'm not sure about the updates around them. But I know for Lego, they have a big update to look forward to in November.
Well, before he actually gets into the Lego one, apparently that there's going to be an entire rework on Rocket Racing completely. I hope that means they could take some inspiration from Mario Kart. We've had that conversation about a million times. I hope that's the case. But for Festival, I mean, I would imagine the player count's going to go like up slightly a little bit as time goes on as they update it, but I never thought that would be like an incredible mode with a ton of players.
Ninjago is coming in November, which is huge news. There's a lot of people that are hyped for that. We saw that Lego was showcasing Ninjago with Lego Fortnite sets in Denmark, and there was a display with a message saying, "Guess what's going on?"
I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even hear about that. That's actually really cool. Where's Bionicles? I grew up with Bionicles. I would love to see Bionicle collaboration.
We haven't gotten much more information beyond that, but we probably will find out very soon.
That's
Epic's
cool.
also making a lot of changes to the casual mode. Apparently, there's a photo mode that's coming sometime this season. You're also gonna be able to change your character's facial expressions.
That's so weird to think about. I think it'd be super cool, and I think I posted this over on X, that I think it would be incredible if you could use these as loading screens.
Character lighting and rim lighting, camera and lens effects, and it's going to have high-res image in your Fortnite folder so you can take pictures and share them on socials.
Dude, and it'd be really easy for the people like myself who don't know Blender but want to have like a Fortnite skin in a thumbnail. That'd be really, really nice. Have even like a nice Fortnite background for a thumbnail. It's just a nice quality of life feature.
There's also been a huge leak about the Disney mode that is coming to Fortnite. You guys know they announced this like over a year ago, but apparently it's going to be similar to Disney Infinity.
Unfortunately, that's not exactly my cup of tea, but my wife loves Disney Infinity, and I would imagine... You know what's funny? My wife, for those of you who follow the channel, she said that she's going to play Fortnite because of the Simpsons season, of all things. But she likes Disney games, she likes Nintendo games, so this might drag her onto Fortnite as well.
Which sounds interesting.
She's a big Nintendo Switch player.
If you aren't familiar with Disney Infinity, you could do different story missions themed after different Disney movies, or you could play more of a sandbox type mode where you create your own environment and game. It had a lot of positive reviews and people really loved it. So seeing that potentially...
Yeah, and as far as I'm aware, it has a pretty sizable community along with it, and the games do well.
Into Fortnite in a unique way sounds hype. And of course, going into 2026, Fortnite is working on Ranked 2.0. Let's be real. Ranked mode is kind of dead in Fortnite unless we're talking about Reload Ranked. The ranked battle royale modes and zero build modes are very, very much dead. It's very hard to find matches, and a lot of people are not playing ranked anymore.
Now, I hope the fix for this means that they'll have some incentives to play ranked. And try not to, have the ultimate freak out of the day when I say this, okay? Exclusive. You okay? Are you okay after I said that? I know most of you are, but I'm talking about for the people who, can't handle it. Some words just get to them, I think they need to have some exclusive cosmetics for to incentivize people to play ranked. That's one of the best things that they could do, and I hope that's part of the revamp that they're doing.
So they have to rehaul the whole system. We know they announced this at the FNCS Globals, but we don't really know too many of the details because they didn't really give us any, but it just needs to be drastic because right now it's just not working. What is working though is Epic's communication. They have been a lot more transparent and giving us a lot more info about what's coming to Fortnite.
And I've seen this. We made a video of this. I've liked that. I know that people are upset with something that they said about OG. It was something, and I made a video about it, but I can't remember exactly what they said. It was like, you guys let us know. It was something along these lines. You guys let us know what feels OG, and we'll implement that into the game. I know with that specifically, people were upset about, and I get it. If you're part of the OG community, understandably so, but other than that, people have been fairly happy with the communication from Epic.
And listening to feedback. I mean, the changes they made from week 1 of Delulu to week 2 is enough to show that they're actually listening and implementing changes quick enough for players to care.
Well, one thing that Epic Games has been doing throughout the entirety of Chapter 6, and I know that there's been things that they missed the mark on, they've been trying. They've been trying, and that's appreciated. If you're talking about OG, I understand that. I don't know why they're not trying with OG. It really doesn't seem like that they're trying with that, but everything else, it does seem like they're putting in a significant amount of effort into.
I'm sure by now you guys know that we're getting something of a Simpsons season in November. November is a month where Epic gets to experiment for just 1 month and do something different. However, this year they also had 1 month of just the Star Wars season. So
now, that season I loved. I know most of the community didn't like that season, but I thought it was a really, really fun season for The Simpsons. I'm just personally not a fan of the IP, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I will give it a chance. I have liked pretty well every single season that I've played within Fortnite history. There's no reason why I can't enjoy myself playing a Simpsons season. I'm just not excited for it.
The flow of things is a little bit different this year compared to the past 2 years where we had OG Fortnite Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. A lot of people are excited about it. I'll be honest, I'm not that excited about a Simpsons season. I didn't really watch The Simpsons. I know it's huge. I know it's popular. And even if it's an IP that I'm not familiar with, if the gameplay is fun, I'm all for it.
I think that's very well said. I completely agree with that. I don't care if I don't like the IP. It's about the gameplay first. I'm going to hop on. Can I hop on? Can I enjoy playing with my friends? If the answer is yes, I don't care what the season theme is.
So far, there have been 5 confirmed bosses and NPCs that'll be around the map, but there's not a lot of clues about what bosses or NPCs we're going to be getting. So I'm kind of speculating a little bit here, but it could be something similar to Chapter 2 Remix, where it's Simpsons theme, but they include some fun collab or remix elements from other chapters.
Now, forgive me if it's not the person that said this, but I think it was Evolve Jake that said this. So it was a reaction video that we're doing. If it was Evolve Jake or whoever it was, whatever creator it was, they came up with the idea that what if it's a Chapter 3 remix and the Chapter 3 map comes back and they do the same thing that Sypher just mentioned, where they have the Simpsons characters as bosses, where there were bosses historically on the Chapter 3 map.
Into it. The reason I bring this up is that we've seen leaks of another Snoop Dogg collab, and he mentioned that he's getting ready to perform in Fortnite soon. So another type of concert that he's going to be involved in. But that's not all. Doja Cat herself said she has a skin coming. And the last time we saw multiple artists get a skin was during the Chapter 2 Remix season.
I feel like that we would know about that, though. With the state of leaks in the game right now, I feel like that we would know if we were having another Chapter 2 Remix type season. But then again, like, what's that? I'm a little confused because it's a Simpsons season. Why are we talking about all these artists? Maybe it's just going to be a one-off live event. Who knows?
If Epic puts as much detail into this mini season as they did with the Chapter 2 Remix, I think it will be a nice break from Chapter 6 and getting us ready as we head into Chapter 7.
Okay. Not a lot of people loved Fortnite Remix. I don't think there was a lot of effort put into that, really, to be honest with you. With the event, absolutely there was effort put into it, but the entirety of Remix...
But we will have to see. Some people are very skeptical after the Star Wars season was, in my opinion, a flop.
I know obviously I'm in the wrong because I'm one of the few who really like the season. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm just not looking forward to the Simpsons season.
Let's talk about upcoming collaborations because this Fortnitemares is probably going to be one of the most stacked Fortnitemares ever. First of all, K-pop Demon Hunters. It's one of the most popular, if not the most popular, Netflix original movie ever.
That's crazy, dude. I keep meaning to sit down and actually watch that because, again, it is so popular. One day I'll do it, guys. Look out on the Clenema Channel. We'll be having a movie review for it.
Listen, I'm not a K-pop fan, but I watched this movie, and it was actually a really good movie.
See, that's what everybody says. That's what everybody says. Even if people aren't fans of K-pop or anime, whatever, everyone's saying it's a great movie.
Animated, and the songs were very, very catchy. I recommend you watch it because you're going to see these girls running around Fortnite very, very soon. During the Fortnitemares event, they will be skins that are purchasable.
Well, this at the time of recording this video, this got uploaded like a day ago. Sypher's way pre-recording these.
That's not all. Leakers are saying there's going to be Doja Cat, Scooby-Doo, Repo, Ghostface, Jason, Terrifier, Poppy Playtime, Black Phone, which is from a movie that came out a couple of years ago. There's also some remixed skins, as well as all these.
I mean, for me personally, like, the collabs are great. Don't get me wrong. The collabs are awesome for Fortnitemares. A lot of people are hyped up about Ghostface. Benny, if you happen to be watching this video. Doja Cat people will be hyped for. Scooby-Doo. K-pop Demon Hunters is already incredible. And Jason Voorhees too. I really like when Epic Games goes like completely all out on the original cosmetics for Fortnitemares. That's when I end up spending the most money on Epic Games.
Original Fortnitemares skins that are also remixes, and some of them are new. This is a very, very stacked lineup. Some people are concerned that this might be the last Fortnitemares ever with how many different collabs they have lined up. I don't think that's the case. I think people might be overreacting, but it is very, very stacked, and these are all still leaks.
The vast majority of the time, Epic Games like really, really nails it with Fortnitemares, and I loved the last event they did, man.
So you got to take it with a grain of salt. We might not get all of these collaborations, but if we do, that would be sick.
Yeah, it's important to note that, just like Sypher said, they might not come, and it's important that you don't just like fly off the handles at Epic Games if the if the collabs don't come.
I think we can expect companions to be coming in Chapter 7. These have been leaked for a while. These are pets that will follow you around during combat, but only you and your teammate will be able to see them, so they're not going to give your location away. We've seen.
To be honest with you, I kind of wish that other people could see them. I know that would like make less people run companions, but I think that'd be fun to see someone's companion kind of running around. That's how you find somebody. Plus, like, oh, you run into somebody. Oh, hey, you have the same companion as me. I think it'd be cool if it was a setting.
Some leaks of some of the pets that they're adding, and they do look cool. It's just an extra cosmetic. And I'm sure Fortnite is looking for more ways to monetize and sell you different things.
Yeah, and I know people would be upset about that. I know that they're going to have things in bundles. Vote with your wallet if you have an issue with it. I think the more cosmetics, the better. Look, here's the thing. When it comes, like, I like the idea of kicks, but I don't like how they've been implemented. I know sometimes they have like these goofy things, but I'm the type of guy that would buy something like stupid when it comes to kicks, right? I still haven't bought any. There's no need to freak out about it. Just vote with your wallet if you don't like something.
Of course, it is a part of their business after all, but I do
Oh,
like
sorry, that's not true. I bought Crocs. I had to get the Crocs.
the idea of buying pets. I think I'm all for that, as long as they are animated well and don't cause any unnecessary performance issues when you're using them.
Agreed.
And then, of course, Epic is still working on their thin client. They've actually rolled out a version of it on mobile.
Yeah, everybody's constantly talking about the thin client. Guys, I'm willing to be proven wrong. I still struggle to see how great that is going to make Fortnite.
Where they've reduced the download size of Fortnite from 80 gigabytes down to 16 gigabytes, which is a massive, massive reduction, but there's still more room for improvement. Because right now, if you download Roblox on your phone, it's only 450 megabytes. So the Fortnite version...
You know what that means, guys? That means Fortnite's dead. That means Fortnite's on its last legs. It can't compete with Roblox.
Version is still 32 times larger, which is going to take a lot longer, which means it's harder for people to download Fortnite and get into Fortnite.
Look, I'm just gonna have to be proven wrong on that one. I still struggle to see like that's if somebody wants to try Fortnite, they'll try Fortnite. I know that not everybody has like an incredible amount of storage like I do. I know like I have a really good PC. I understand the position I'm in where it's no big deal if I download a game, but if somebody wants to play Fortnite, they're probably going to figure out a way to play Fortnite. That's kind of how I think about it. I know it'll be easier to download, but it's not. I struggle to see it being this like insane game changer that everybody's making it out to be.
But I think once they get the thin client down, we're going to see a lot more people willing to try Fortnite because it's a lot quicker and a lot smoother. I showed this before on stream, but guys, it takes like literally 6 or 7 seconds to load into a Roblox game from just opening the launcher and loading into the first game you see.
That's something that I think Epic Games needs to get a little bit of a better handle on. I know it is much easier said than done, but that is something that Roblox absolutely has a one-up on them about.
I'm telling you, you can get in there so fast. Fortnite takes so much longer. They need to up their speed to grow the player count. It is crucial.
That I agree with. It's just the thin client in general, that's a little bit of a toughie.
Now, regarding Chapter Chapter 7, we know it's going to be coming sometime in December, but we haven't had too many leaks about Chapter 7, which is kind of surprising because previous chapters have been leaked months in advance.
Oh, just give it time. We're going to get the map. We're going to get the battle pass. We're going to get the brand new features. We're going to get everything, and nothing's going to be a surprise. And then people are going to be like, do you guys, is it just me? Or do new chapters not hit the same as they used to?
This one seems to be like some sort of gala theme for season 1. This is based off of some of the skin surveys that we've recently got.
I think those skins are insanely cool, by the way, particularly this one. I think that's really, really cool. It's a very interesting theme. I'd be excited to see what they do with it.
There might be a Norse/Nordic theme dropping later in the chapter.
Yes.
And we might see some more concerts in chapter 7.
We just need it to get on an Egyptian mythology season. That's what I'm still waiting on.
I'm hyped. Hopefully Fortnite makes some massive changes and they change the flow, especially of the core battle royale mode, which I think really needs some love and change to keep it alive and to give it a refresh. So
I don't know, man, but I want to say then do something like they did with Wrecked and just leave comp as is. But I know that's not going to fly with everybody.
With all that being said, there's still a lot to look forward to. Fortnite always goes crazy at the end of the year. I'm expecting a big November and an even bigger December as we go into Chapter 7. Let me know what you guys think. I think there's still hope for things to turn around. It can't get much worse than this, and I hope I'm not proven wrong on that.
Oh my god. Dude, Fortnite's going to be fine, guys. Fortnite is fine. It's going to be fine. We have ups and downs constantly, but if you want to talk a little bit more about what Sypher has to say about Fortnite, here's another reaction video that we did from him. I would love to have you over there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.